teams that didn't necessarily have that, and I know players weren't really willing to go through that. And I mean, it is what it is. A lot of other teams are just stepping up and putting those resources out there. So I think it's going to be a huge piece to play into people's free agency. If you want to go to a team, you have to have the supplies and the resources for us to be better, because you guys require so much from us. So I think that's something that I know that's definitely going to people's minds. So I hope organizations I'm sure they already see it happening, but I hope they're taking note and putting in the moves now to make sure that gets done and out the way.
In what ways have you evolved as a basketball player over the course of your career? In this offseason, what were some of the parts of your game that maybe you focused in on?
My three-point shot, for sure. That was something I've always, been able to do, and I just needed to see if I can incorporate it into my game. And I've been able to see these last 2 seasons, being in AU Chicago, back in AU, and I just feel more confident taking that shot now. I've always been able to drive and be able to play low ball game, but I would definitely say it's my three-point shot I've been working on.
Your relationship with Sandy, I guess, did you keep in touch over the years? And I guess, what do you remember about her as a coach from your first year, and how she might be different even in a few days of experience?
What I've always loved about Sandy, I don't know if she's ever said this, but she used to practice with us when I was a rookie in Phoenix, and that girl used to get after it. Like, during Olympic break, she would be on the court teaching me, and that's something that was new for me as a rookie, because I'm like, wow, I can learn so much from my head coach. Usually at this point and talk to, Sandy gets out there and she's very hands-on. So just knowing that was her one to do with me, that just lets me know how she was as a teammate, and it translates into being a head coach. So again, I just feel welcome every time I see Sandy. I feel loved, I feel valued, and she knows who I am and my character. So when she asked, if I was interested in New York, I was like, hell yeah. I didn't hesitate coming here. So seeing Sandy is just like, I want to be better, because she's watched me growing over the years. And she drafted me. That was my first coach ever in the WNBA. I've been playing almost for 10 years now. So I'm happy to be back with her.
Do you joke that she's now washed, though, because she doesn't pick it up?
Yeah, every time I say it, Sandy's like, we're not going back down that road. She's done. I don't blame her. But yeah, she sits in the sideline now.
Okay. See, with the season stretching out to 4 games, did that have an impact on how you trained to prepare this offseason coming into the year?
I don't think so. Not for me personally. I think my off-season work stays the same. I just make sure I'm ready to go when my numbers fall. Obviously, you have to think more about your load, how much you put on your body, and it might not always be on the court. I know this off-season I implemented Pilates. If you guys haven't tried that yet, get on your Pilates game. I love Pilates because it's just not too much of my body. So that's something that I was like, I always do court workouts. How can I mix it up? But yeah, that was the main thing I added, and I feel good. I feel good with running. I feel light on my feet. So.
Izzy, how you doing? First off, how are you feeling physically and mentally?
Yeah.
And what excites you most about the role that you can play for the New York Liberty?
Physically, I feel good. It's day 2. I think I'm starting to feel day 1 a little bit, and we got one more day tomorrow. So, I'm just getting my recovery in whenever I get finished here doing my shots. Mentally, I'm in the best headspace that I've been in a while, honestly. Being here and just seeing everybody's want to genuinely be here. It's not like a fake spiral anyone puts on. People really care to be here and be in this organization. So that lets you know people enjoy what they do, and that makes it easier for me to come in and do that as well. And what else did you say?
I asked how you were feeling mentally, but I actually want to highlight, because I saw your interview, the interview that was released, your first day in BK, and there was a moment in it that you actually spoke about, a moment that you had with Diana Taurasi, about, your moment about you going overseas and the experience that you'll share.
Yeah.
You have played with a lot of, awesome veterans, and now you get to play with Breanna Stewart, Sabrina. Can you just speak about a little bit, playing with these vets?
Yeah, I think DT always knew as a rookie, and she told me again every year she saw me. She always checked in to make sure I was good, because I was coming in off of an ACL when I got to Phoenix. So she's always checked in on me, and she just told me how much my game has grown every single year. So obviously I took that as a compliment. But I think just the faith that I have in myself started with Pat. She didn't just recruit anybody to come to Tennessee, and that's something that I've carried in myself, that I just have faith in myself to be able to do whatever. But being around players like Sab and Stewie, it just makes you rethink your game, truly. It pushes you to another level, and you can't ever get comfortable. Sab has been doing everything and more, and she comes in here and gives all of her effort, and she continuously speaks, and she's not the oldest, you know what I mean, but she's been here, so she has the experience and she knows what she's talking about. And I think a player like Stewie, who a lot like Asia, they just improve every single year. A different part of the game gets better. So being able to see her every day, I'm like, what's she working on today? Because I admire her game like so much. So being around players like that, you just don't ever get comfortable because they don't do that, and they're some of the best in the world. So yeah, I definitely walk in every day seeing how I can get better.
Thank you, Izzy. Best of luck this season.
All good.
Thank you.